Morning everybody, and we're going to start our Pilates session this morning. But before we do, I just want to run through a few of the basics. So those of you who have done a lot of Pilates before, forgive me for going through this. Those of you who are basically just starting, what you have to understand is that Pilates is about challenging certain muscle contractions, and the movements are simply there to try and challenge your ability to hold certain muscles that make you stable. And it's okay when you're doing harder exercises to occasionally lose control of those muscles. That's how we know we're getting stronger. So, without further ado, let's just talk about what is the core. The core is the group of muscles that support your spine and your innards, for want of a better word. Now, traditionally, the core is the transverse abdominis and the various muscles around it, your muscles underneath here on your saddle, and basically it lifts things up and draws things in. But in a wider context as well, your core actually kind of runs from here to here. So your glutes, your lats, they play a large part in it as well. So we'll talk at various points about setting various areas. Now, as a general principle, there's no nice way of putting this. In order to set your core, what you're trying to do is to try and hold, for want of a better word, a wee and a fart at the same time. So what that does is it draws you in, draws your belly button towards your backbone and lifts your undercarriage up. But a more nice way of putting it is what we refer to as zip up and hollow. So zip up, hollow, okay? Generally speaking, when you're on the floor, we want to get into this position of neutral spine. So this is excessive lumbar lordosis, and this is excessive military flat back. And we're all different, we all have different patterns. So you have to find your neutral spine. There is no the neutral spine, it is your neutral spine. But the key thing is when you're on the floor and you're doing an exercise, what you don't want to be doing is considering this to be your neutral spine. And then when you do the exercise, as soon as you put pressure on, to lose control and it to go bonk like that. That's how you get problems with your back. Okay, so without any further ado, we'll get straight to work and we'll get ready to go. Okay, here we go. Right, so feet underneath your hips, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to roll round in little circles. Now, the purpose of this is to try and find our base. So we talked about our core, now let's try and find our base. So the ball of the foot, the little ball of the foot, and your calcaneus. And we want to basically find an equal balance point between them. So now we're going to go from side to side, feeling each one of those points. Now we're going to go forward and back, forward and back. Come round and round to find neutrally where is right for you, okay? Then soften your knees, roll your pelvis back by sucking your belly button towards your backbone. Think of your pelvis as a bucket of water that's pretty much full. If it's too far forward, water spills out the front. If it's too much back, it spills out the back and side and side. So we want to keep the water in there and no sploshing around. We want to have an hourglass around the stomach, okay? And we don't want our ribs to flex. We don't want our ribs to do this, right? We've got to keep equal distance here. Now from here, we're going to retract our shoulders slightly so we're broad across the collarbones, tuck our chin in, and then the final thing is we're going to be a bit like Pinocchio, be pulled up by our strings, okay? And that's roughly where we want to start. Now from here, something nice and easy. So we're going to do chest openings. So hands facing back, keeping the core tight. We're going to go up, down, back, 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 up, down, back. Relax. Tighten here, broad across the collarbones, chin tucked in. So we're coming up, out, down, up, out, down. Bear with me 1 second. Okay, very good. So continuing there, so we're going up, out, down, up, out, down, up, out, down, up, out, down. Back to the first exercise. So up, down, back, up, down, back, up, down, back. And welcome to those people who've just joined us. Up, down, back, and relax. Up, out to the side, squeeze down. 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 Good, shake that out, very good. Okay, from here, what we're going to do is we're going to reset our core. So imagine that bowl of water or the bucket of water. We're going to just roll it back, tighten through here, broad across the collarbones. Okay, what we're going to do now is we're going to do a floor series. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up onto one toe. Now notice that I'm straight all the way down from the lower leg up onto my toe. I'm not going out like so. And we're going to change, right? So just get our toes working. Okay, that's good. Okay, good. Now, keep going. There's going to probably be a lot of cricking and cracking going on as we go here. Good, very good. Now from here, we're going to go squat, up, down, squat, up, down, squat, up, down, squat, up, down. Now we're going to add in the toes. So squat, up onto your toes, stand up, down. Squat, up onto your toes, up, down. Squat, up onto your toes, up, down. Squat, up onto your toes, up, down. Squat, toes, up, down. Good. Now, watch carefully. So what we're trying to do now is really open up this joint through the bottom of our feet. So we're going to take a step forward, but as we take a step forward, I'm pushing right up onto my big toe. So if I do it this way, so what I'm trying to do is get the maximum angle between here and here with the knee bent. And you should feel it stretch through your toes. So core tight, step up on your toes, back. Step up on your toes, back. Step up on your toes, back. Step up on your toe, back. Okay, switch over. So step, open that toe up. Push the ball of your foot into the floor. Step and control. Okay, good. Step and control. Back. Step and control. Should feel a lovely stretch of the arch of your feet. Good. So, back to center position. Tighten our core. Broad across the collarbones. Now, in this exercise, we're focusing on apex of kneecap over our second to third toe. Okay? You can do hands on your hips. Some people do. I don't mind. Okay? So, tighten our core. And what we're going to do is we're going to squat and up. Squat and up, squat and up. Push your knees forward over your toes. So if I do it this way, knees go forward, bum goes back. The angle created here and here are the same. We're not doing that, yes? So, ready? And squat, up, squat, up. Push those knees forward, get those ankles working. Squat, up, squat, up, squat, up, knees forward, squat, up. Lovely, good. Now, from here, you might want to hold on to something, or there's another cheat that we're going to do, which is I call it toe tapping. So we're going to put our right toe back and just put a little pressure on there to balance us. Have space between your legs. And what we're going to do is we're going to do what's called a single leg squat. So we're simply going to keep that knee doing exactly what it did on the first one, pushing our knee forward. working that individual ankle mobility. Very good at those for you who run, okay? What we don't want is your knee doing this, and we don't want our hips doing this, okay? Good. Change over. So toe tap at the back. If you're quite comfortable with this, you can do it without toe tapping. It's harder, but that's fine. So, good. Push that knee forward. Just toe tapping at the back. Good. Keeping that knee straight. Straight down, core tight. Good. And relax. Very good. So that is our lower body taken care of, okay? Or very nearly. So we're now going to just do a classic Pilates roll down. Now, I want to make a distinction in a minute between the difference between doing a roll down, which is a stretch, and biomechanical movement, okay? So the first one, the roll down, we're going to let each vertebrae flex in turn and roll all the way down. We don't want our bum going backwards. We want our vertebrae to do the work. So here we go, core tight, chin roll down, tuck in every one through the thoracic spine, into our lumbar, keep our bum over our heels and dangle. Okay, now draw your belly towards your backbone, tuck your coccyx under, and roll back up. So the last thing to come up is your chin. And down again. Each one has its say, don't rush. Okay, and dangle, tuck your coccyx under, come back up again. Good. And down. Very good. Let each one work. Dangle, tuck your coccyx under, and back up again. Good. Now, that's our roll down done. Now, the roll down is a great stretch, but it's not good for biomechanics. So if you want to encourage yourself to practice lifting carefully, we're going to do the hip hinge. And what that means is that we hinge through the hips, not through the back. So this bit stays exactly flat. You straighten your legs, and we're going to push our bum backwards, chin up. Keep our back absolutely neutral, okay? So this is how we learn to lift, believe it or not, with a flat back. Push our hips back. Good. Good. Lovely. Keep going. Very good. Now, hands on your thighs, do exactly the same, but you bend your knees and bum back. That's it. Look how flat my back is. There's no movement at the back. There's no stress on my back. And I could be picking stuff up, but focusing on knees forward, pelvis back. Hinging through the knees and hips. Good. And shake that out. Let us go down to our mat. And because today is the first one of January, we are taking it at a slightly steady pace. For no other reason than allow the beginners amongst us to catch up, but also to learn some of the exercises. Okay, so we're going to start off with the basics of all floor work, which is setting our core. Okay, so this one you can practice at home. So we're going to basically push our belly up to the ceiling. Okay, then we're going to draw it down so it flattens under here. Push up, down, up, down. Toggle between the two to find your neutral spine. Then, hands on your hips, thumbs go on your hip bone, fingers go down by your groin. And then, as previously discussed, we're going to zip up and hollow, aka hold a wheel of fart at the same time. Okay, and what that does is it should flatten your belly, and these muscles down here should jump out at you a little bit. Now, to get used to doing that, what we're going to do is we're going to do breathe in. When we breathe in, we do nothing. When we breathe out, we're going to zip up and hollow. So we're going to tighten this. So breathe in, nothing. Breathe out, zip up and hollow. Breathe in, nothing. Breathe out, zip up and hollow. Breathe in, nothing. Breathe out, zip up and hollow. Now, this time, last one, breathe in. Breathe out, turn them on, and leave them on at 10 to 15% all the time. Should be nice and hollow here. Now from here, keep your hands on your hips. We're going to do the first of the exercises, which is the single leg stretch. Just make sure you've got enough room around you. And here we go. Core tight. Slide the left foot away. Slightly point the toe and back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's pause there. This should all be tight. 8, 9, 10. Good. Relax. Push your belly to your ceiling. Push it flat against the floor. Retighten your core. And again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Relax. Arms float up. We're going to do the double leg stretch. Keep the core tight. Hand movements is different circles. Leg movements is the same as for the single leg stretch. When everything's away, you tighten your core to bring it back in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Relax. Belly to the ceiling, belly flat against the floor, back flat against the floor. Zip up and hollow. Arms up. Here comes round 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Relax. Okay, so we're getting very, very simple exercises to start off with. They will get progressively harder, okay, as we go. So we're just taking our times after Christmas, some beginners. So just bear with me, okay? So reset our core, belly to the ceiling, flat on your back, right leg up, left leg up, hands come up to the ceiling. And this is called the dead bug. Belly should be flat. You don't want your belly going there, and you don't want the arch of your back coming off the floor. You have to keep them there, okay? So right arm goes away, left leg goes away. Squeeze through the core, keep this hand where it is and draw them back up. So-called dead bug. The exercise is the squeeze of the core in this position to bring it back up. Squeeze the core. Squeeze the core. Keep going. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hug your knees, lower them down, reset your core, neutral spine, right leg up, left leg up, and off we go again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lovely. Hug your knees. Well done. Okay, very, very good. Okay, so should be, those of you who are good at this, you should be just starting to figure it now, a bit warmer. So we're going to do the chest lift, okay, or my version of the chest lift. So hands behind your head, squeeze the back of your skull so it tucks your chin in. So you want to be long through here, okay. We're going to set our core, float the right leg up, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Change legs. Float the leg up. Keep elbows wide. Suck your belly towards your backbone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax down. Okay. Set your core again. Belly towards backbone. Right knee up. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 this time. Oh, it's getting harder. Left leg, 10 unfortunately on this one. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Relax. So those of you would have noticed that I went 5 on each leg to 10 on each leg. So for those that are capable, this one's going to be 15 on each leg. But if you get to 10 and you go, that's me, I've had enough, that's fine. Drop out at 10. That's absolutely fine. So make sure you chuck the back of your skull in, chin flat, right leg up, broad across the elbows, belly sucked to backbone, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Drop out if you need to. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Lovely. Switch over. Have a quick breather. Left leg up. Elbows wide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Little breather. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Lovely. Hug your knees. You should be feeling a lovely burn there. Good exercise. That's one of my favourite exercises because it's really simple. It's not complicated. You can draw your belly towards your backbone and you can get a real nice abdominal burn through there. So it's one, if you're doing on your own, it's one that's very, very easy to do. Now, because that was a little harder, this time we're going to do what I refer to as the Pilates lumbar roll, okay? So we're going to put our knees together. We're going to set our neutral spine. And we're going to tighten our core. Now, the reason I refer to it as a Pilates lumbar roll is because I use lumbar roll for all sorts of stretches in other contexts. Now, we're not going for range of movement. We're trying to keep our core as a cylinder, okay? Right, so we're going to drop our knees, in this case to the left, to about 25 to 30 degrees. Then I'm going to squeeze across the diagonal of my core, and I'm going to try and bring this rib back to the table or to the floor. Drop to the right, squeeze, pull it back up. Drop to the left, squeeze, pull it up. Drop to the right. I like to think of it as these muscles as the winch that's pulling my legs back up. Good. And to the left, pull. To the right, pull. To the left, pull. To the right, pull. To the left, pull. Good. Okay, lovely. Reset your core, reset your neutral spine. Knees together for this one. Arms out again. Here we go. And suck it in, draw it in. The other side, draw it in. To the first side, and back. To the right, and up. To the left, and up. To the right, and up. To the left, and up. Good. Well, that was a little active rest. So from here, we're going to the half roll up. So what we're going to do, sit up for me. Okay, now the purpose of this is that we're trying to obviously work our abs, but we're also trying to sit on what we call our sits bones. Most of us sit on this big fat bit here, in my case, because it's comfy, but it's really not very good to sit on in terms of your spine, because you're actually sitting basically on your sacrum. So you want to roll forward and get on the tops of our thighs on what we call our sits bones. Now, in the roll up here, what we're going to do, we're going to do a half roll up. So feet flat on the floor, knees bent. We're going to round our spine into what we would consider paw posture. Go halfway, come back up, suck our belly button towards our backbone, and stack each vertebrae on each other. So I'm going to refer to this as flex, roll, suck, stack. Flex, roll, suck, stack. Flex, roll, suck, stack. And try and push forward each time. Flex, roll, suck, stack. Flex, roll, suck, stack. Flex, roll, suck, stack. Flex, roll, suck, stack. Good. And each time we should be getting up a little higher on here, okay? So let's have a little breather before we do the second set. Good, here we go. So, nice and tall. Flex, roll, suck, stack, 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 flex, roll, suck, stack. Good, relax, well done. Very, very good. Now, must have got carried away when I was writing this, so we're going to do a half V-sit, okay? So very similar position. So what we're going to do is feet like so, and what we're going to do, so a full V-sit is your legs sort of straight and at 45 degrees and your body like so. We're not ready for that yet. So what we're going to do is keep feet on the floor, and we're going to come back, right, to 45 degrees, up, chest up, and back. Chest up, try and keep your feet on the floor, suck your belly towards your backbone. Good. Now, obviously, some of you, like me, are flexibility challenged. And that's why I got into Pilates in the first place. It wasn't because I was so good, it was because I was so poor. And the purpose is to try and improve. So roll back and up, relax. One more set of those, okay? And then we've got a couple of nasty things to finish, okay? So feet flat on your floor, and we're gonna go roll back, up, arms. Okay, remember it's only a half V-sit. It's to get us into the new year and working, okay? Keep going. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Relax. Well done. Okay, so something a little unpleasant before we start with the cool down. So we're going to, some people refer to this as a diamond position. Some people refer to it as a seal position. But if you lie flat on your back, find your neutral spine, put your core tight, and you put the soles of your feet together. Now, some people, as I say, call that the diamond position because of the position of the legs. Some people call it the seal position, okay? And what we're going to do is in this position, you have to get the right distance from your feet away from your bum. We're going to basically sit up, float the legs up like so, chest is up slightly as well, and we're going to do a lateral crunch. Now, this is quite hard in the sense that your body will move, okay? So just do your best. Remember what we talked about at the beginning about challenging this contraction, drawing your belly button towards your backbone. So feet into a seal position, find your neutral spine, feet up, chest up, and we're going to go to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Relax down. We've got 3 sets of these, okay? So tighten your core, lift your feet, and chest up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Relax down. Last one, okay? Couple of deep breaths. Set your neutral spine, tighten your core, feet up, chest up, arms out, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good. Let's get you up onto your knees. Now, you do want a mat for this. Okay. So, I always find with these, you have to get your knees the right distance apart. Now, this is called a kneeling trunk rotation stretch. So, I'm kneeling, chest up to some degree. Now, you have to be careful with this because it is cramp city for your feet and calves if you're not careful. So you should really have your feet pointed, but I've got to flex my toes up, otherwise I will get cramp. Okay, so arms come out, and what we're going to do is chest up, core tight, and we're going to rotate and lean back slightly towards this foot. And back. Okay, come back. Good. lean back, back to neutral, lean 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 back, keep that core tight, keep going. Very good. Good. Back to neutral, rest, relax your arms. We've got one more of those to do. Okay, keeping your core tight, trying to keep our chin tucked in, everything should be in line. It's not the easiest, okay? So arms up, here we go. So back, rotate, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Let's get you to your feet. Well done. Shake everything out. We'll just put everything back to where it should be. So, feet hip distance apart. Remember we talked about this bucket of water. We're going to draw our belly button back towards our backbone so the water's not pouring out the front of our bucket. Don't flare your ribs. Roll across the collarbone. Tuck your chin in and relax. Good, and that is us done for today. Well done, everybody. It's a good beginning session. See you next time. Thank you.